Golden State Warriors facing off against the Houston Rockets as we welcome you to the NBA Conference Semifinals on ESPN, presented by Wells Fargo. So much drama through the first 5 games of this series between these two rivals, and the Rocket fans will pack the place tonight, hoping that their team season does not come to an end, hoping they can force a Game 7. A 7th game for the 2nd consecutive year in this postseason between these two teams. As we look at our starting lineups, and without Kevin Durant, Andrew Bogut back in the starting lineup. He started 3 games in the first round against the Clippers. Hasn't played as much in this second round, but will get the call tonight to begin the game. Meanwhile, for Mike D'Antoni and his Rockets, undefeated at home, an excellent starting 5. Chris Paul and James Harden both have had their strong games and some mediocre games. And Mark Jackson, as you said at the top of the telecast, for Harden and Paul, this is the type of game that they're here for. These are the type of games that they're expected if they want to achieve their dream of a championship, of coming up big.
And it's a tailor-made game, Mike, being quite honest. With no Kevin Durant, this is a golden opportunity for James Harden, Chris Paul, and this Rocket team to capitalize and advance to the Western Conference Finals.
Interesting decision now for Steve Kerr. Does he take him out with the 2 quick fouls?
You have to be more disciplined than this. You cannot lunge at him on your closeout. It's an obvious foul, and he's got to resist that.
And the first quarter comes to an end. Already with 8 lead changes and 7 ties. And some unexpected offense. Kevon Looney doing a nice job off the bench with 6 points. James Harden with 14.
It looked like it was over. Chris Paul says, I still have something in my tank. The fake pass, the ability to get into the paint, and a tough deuce.
Come back to the NBA Conference Semifinals on ESPN, presented by Wells Fargo. Big game, big celebrity list, Mark.
Got the heavyweights there. Best to do it, both of them.
Amelia Clark from Game of Thrones. Well, she got a huge ovation earlier. And basketball royalty, the great Elvin Hayes and the great Hakeem Olajuwon.
Think about that. So our right is Elvin Hayes and Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm taking the pair.
And timeout, Mike D'Antoni. Golden State's bench playing well here in the first half.
See the mindset, battle, compete, hang around. You never know what happens. Role players making plays for one another. Livingston going, Capella.
And a surprising first half comes to an end. Steph Curry scoreless. 0 for 5, has 3 personal fouls. Yet the Warriors, without Kevin Durant, have it all tied up. James Harden, 19 points. He wasn't a high scorer in the first half. That was Klay Thompson with 21. We're even at 57 here in Game 6.
NBA Conference Semifinals on ESPN, presented by Wells Fargo, is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Get slam dunk savings today. Visit progressive.com. And Heineken. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Golden State has it all tied here in the first half thanks to Klay Thompson.
21 big points in the first half. Really got it going.
I just love the way he moves without the ball. This time running along the baseline to get it, and then drive, kick, and relocate.
NBA Conference Semifinals on ESPN, presented by Wells Fargo. Game 6 from Houston. Warriors and Rockets all tied at 57. Rockets trying to hold off elimination and force a Game 7. Hi again, everyone, with Mark and Jeff. Mike
involved in this ball game. Just great job of setting the tone with James Harden. So good at creating contact. 9 free throws in that first half because of his ability to force the issue and create contact. Now all of a sudden you don't want to keep hands on him, so Looney's in a drop off the pick. That's a recipe for disaster. You give him a wide open 3 off the pick and roll, you're going to pay the price. And how about the incredible ball movement, man movement of Klay Thompson? Without the basketball, you got to be committed and disciplined to stay attached. And when you do not, there's a price to pay. Chris Paul defending him in this situation, falls asleep. All he needs is a little bit of daylight. Great half for both guys.
Let's check in with Lisa. And we're going to have a timeout. Let's take a look at the play. I don't know.
NBA Conference Semifinals on ESPN, presented by Wells Fargo, is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
The NBA Conference Semifinals on ESPN, presented by Wells Fargo. A 3-2 lead. It's been so close. What a series. Had a little bit of everything in it. A heated rivalry between two teams with playoff history. Close, nip, and tough games. So all 5 of the previous games not decided until the final minute. There's been some clutch shot making, some big time. Just off the side of the rim. Third quarter comes to an end. Clint Capella with a big bucket. Fourth quarter coming up. Will it be the final quarter of the season for the Rockets? Right now they lead by 5. By Livingston.
Great hustle by Sean Livingston. Wanted the basketball more than everybody else in the area.
NBA Conference Semifinals on ESPN is presented by Wells Fargo. This is a commitment to better banking. This is Wells Fargo. And in part by KFC's new Cinnabon Dessert Biscuits. Available for a limited time, only at KFC.
Houston Rockets trying to force a Game 7. Chris Paul with the most points he's scored so far in these playoffs. James Harden had 19 of his 27 in the first half. These are the moments, these are the games why the Rockets built their team around James Harden, why they acquired Chris Paul for so many players. These 2 star players, these 2 future Hall of Famers. But can they get over the hump? Can they finish the job tonight against Golden State and force this series back to Oakland? A stunned Toyota Center crowd has watched a 7-point fourth quarter lead turn into a 6-point deficit. The Splash Brothers, big buckets here in the fourth quarter. Steph Curry, extraordinary here in the fourth quarter.
Unbelievable. Put his team on his back. Basically said, get out of my way, let me bring it home. Made incredible shots, took the life out of this Houston Rockets defense. Just a spectacular job. Not 100%, but it doesn't matter. Incredible performance by Steph Curry. Mama, there goes that man.
TNT. Steph Curry with 33 points, all of them in the second half. Andre Iguodala, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney. Some big play for Golden State, winning without Kevin Durant as they advance to the conference finals once again. Final score, the Warriors 118 and the Rockets 113. For producer Kenny Wolf, director Jimmy Moore, our wonderful ESPN crew, of course for Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, and Lisa Salters, Mike Brian saying thanks for watching. SportsCenter is coming up next on ESPN as we say good night from Houston as the Warriors eliminate the Rockets.